This week has been crazy. It's been like everybody saying that Joe Biden is going to drop out of the race, except for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not on the same page. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not dropping out. Hey, look, a squirrel. All the Democrats that are trying to get Joe to drop out are going to get Trump reelected because they're talking so much shit about Joe right now. This White House staffer who works closely with Biden reveals disturbing decline. This Daily Mail article. Massachusetts senator calls for Biden to step aside. From WGBH News. Democratic Congressman Lloyd Doggett calls Biden to withdraw. From the Texas Tribune. Everybody's telling Joe to go to bed, it seems like. Except maybe for Jill Biden. Jill Biden is telling Joe, good job. You answered all the questions. Even if the answers you gave were irrelevant to the question asked. I don't blame Jill Biden for wanting her husband to be president a second term. She doesn't want to leave the White House. She doesn't want to move back to her other house with the messy garage full of classified documents. She's like, let's go. Second term. Just answer the question. Just open your mouth. One of the weirdest answers Biden gave during the debate was when they asked him about illegal immigrant crime. I guess about a woman that was raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant. And he didn't exactly answer the question. Let's listen back. What the fuck did he say?
Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
Man, that answer was just ridiculous. That is for sure. Sounds like everybody's getting raped by everybody. He didn't exactly quell my concerns about the situation at the border. Sounds like a really fucked up adult video he's describing. It sounds like he's spent too much time browsing the depths of Pornhub. Siblings raping. Siblings. Man, what the fuck have you been watching? Basically said everybody's raping everybody and there's nothing we can do about it. And he also gave Trump props for going to the girl's funeral. That answer makes me concerned that there's a gang rape going on at the border. Or at least some kind of pornography production. Maybe we should go back to putting the kids in cages. Maybe they were safer. Or they can't be raped by their in-laws. You know, that whole RFK Jr. brainworm thing isn't sounding so bad right about now. Also, RFK Jr. is only 70 years old. He's a fucking spring chicken. He's a decade younger than Trump and Biden, even though he sounds a decade older. Biden also said something funny this week in a radio interview where he called himself the first black vice president. Or the first black woman vice president. I don't know. Let's listen.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud to the role of the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
What the fuck? At least he knows what country it is. He said he was the first vice president and the first black woman to serve with a black president. Actually, Joe, you are white. You're a white man. You did serve with the first black president. And you have black female vice president. Gosh, why are you so focused on their race and gender? Jesus Christ, you're so focused on the race and gender of the people that you served with that you don't even know your own race or gender anymore. He literally said, I'm proud to be a black woman. Bro needs a serious reality check. He's like, I just know so many black people. I'm just proud of that. Never mind his history with the KKK member, that bird guy or whatever. Look at all the black people he knows. Look at all of his black friends. He didn't say he's proud to have served with a good president or a good vice president or whatever the fuck. Anything fucking specific. He's just racist and sexist. He's valuing his coworkers based on their race and their sex rather than any actual skill or accomplishment. Not only is he valuing them based on that, he's actually stealing their identity. He's committing identity theft for his own political gain. But I guess maybe he can't be charged because, like that Robert Hur report said, he is seen as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory of things like his own race and gender. You know, there's little details that slip your mind every now and then. That's relatable, right? Being confused about your own race and gender. Hey, maybe he wants to transition. Maybe we ought to respect how he identifies. Congratulations, Joe Biden, on being the first female black president. Fascinating how after you work with a black person, you are black. I didn't even know that happened. I guess that's why I'm not the first black woman president of the United States. God, I'm so fucking dumb. Alright, you guys, thank you for listening. Peace.